We just got the season finale of The Boys, as well as a clear picture of where everything is headed in the season 5 series finale. But before you start bloody weeping, listen to me chinwag, mate. The Boys universe will continue to expand with Gen V Season 2, which will pick up from where The Boys Season 4 left off, as well as a new spin-off called The Boys Mexico. Hopefully it's like Narcos, because imagine an Escobar story, but he has V. Anyway, a lot happened in the finale of Season 4, and to the surprise of many, seems to be lining up more with the book than what people assume would be the case. As we speculated, Butcher would have to choose between sticking to his morals and dying peacefully, or allowing Kessler to take over, giving Butcher the power and moral bankruptcy necessary to take out Homelander, along with every other soup on the planet. He continued to resist Kessler, despite being hours away from a January 6 coup d'etat involving an attempt on the life of the president, which led to a disclaimer at the start of the episode from Amazon due to this unfortunately airing less than a week after the IRL attempt to unalive former President Trump. Obviously, they had no way of knowing this would happen, and were very obviously leading this story toward a January 6 recreation ever since that Homelander rally at the end of Season 3, but they had to for legal reasons. Homelander's plan seemingly fell apart completely after kicking Sister Sage to the curb, but the country was still driven into chaos thanks to Butcher deciding to let Kessler take over after Ryan turned into mini Homelander. This led to the incredible scene of Butcher going full Venom symbiote on the boys and ripping Vice President Newman in half before leaving with the virus. Sister Sage returns to inform Homelander that this all still went according to her plan, and that they actually won because she had the shapeshifter secretly record President Bobby admitting to ordering a hit on Newman, which paved the way for Homelander to effectively become the president of the United States, with all the soups getting the power to round up all their enemies and lock them up. But this means they have set the stage to basically still end the series like the comics, despite some obvious changes. Spoilers of course coming for the comic, but in the original source material, President Homelander gets taken out by Black Noir, who is revealed to be a secret Homelander clone created by Vought as an insurance policy. This led to Butcher going to the top of the Empire State Building and attempting to trigger a chip to explode in the head of every soup, but Hughie stops him. Obviously, the show made some major changes there, but we're effectively still heading in that direction. Homelander is basically the president, and we know Soulja Boy is alive, so I could see a scenario where Soulja Boy and Ryan team up to take him down instead of Noir. Meanwhile, Butcher is likely driving to that topless steakhouse he told Hughie about, and that's the place he intends to set off the virus, and Hughie will need to meet him there and convince Butcher to stop. Overall, I thought this was a great season. Obviously, the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is much lower than the other seasons, but I think that's mostly from conservatives who just found out the show was making fun of them. I thought some episodes worked much better than others, and some of the satire didn't land, but overall I felt everything came together beautifully in the end, just like Frenchie and Kimiko's lips. But what do you think? Let me know your thoughts on Season 4 in the comments down below. And if you're interested in the other violent superhero show on Amazon, it has a huge new video game in the works. Click the video on screen to learn more.